Now in Greece, the Prime Minister Antonis Samaras faces the first of 3 rounds of a presidential vote today to determine whether or not the country is forced into snap national elections and a new period of political chaos. 5 years after Greece sparked a sovereign debt crisis that threatened the euro's survival, the country once again has the potential to do more than rattle its currency partners if a new anti-EU government were to be elected. Yannick Naud stays with me and rejoins me. Do you think it's likely? I mean, is this quite a long sort of presidential election, isn't there? Three stages.
Well, the interesting part is the presidential function is mostly ceremonial in Greece. It's not a very important function. But if the government power is not able to elect one, there will be a general election, there will be a snap election. So we have 3 rounds. Today and on the 23rd of December, they will need to have 200 MP to vote out of 300, which is unlikely because their majority, the coalition majority, I think is 155. So they will need to make to convince a lot of independent, a lot of democratic left and independent Greek. But the 3rd round is on the 29th of December, and I think the number is achievable. We will see tonight how many votes they will get. They will not get close to 180, but everything around above 165, I think, will be seen as a positive number because they will have enough time to try to work on trying to get the other 15 people.
I mean, it's a pretty heavy-duty election, isn't it, in lots of ways? Because, I mean, there is an almost unthinkable prospect of a Grexit, isn't there, of Greece actually leaving the EU. We'll come on to that in a moment, because that's not quite as easy as one might think. But do you think that, you know, given there is this rise of nationalism in countries like Greece, those who are voting think, yeah, but, you know, the reality is we're better in than out?
Well, I mean, we have the same situation in a lot of countries in Europe, which is that people have voted for the central left, didn't work, so the center right didn't work, and now they're tempted to vote for the extreme. If Syriza get into power next year, in January next year, if it's, you know, if on the 29th of December the majority is not able to elect a president, there will be, the parliament will be dissolved within 1 week, and within 1 month there will be a new election. Syriza right now should be able to do very well. They should be able to do be the first party, but it doesn't mean that they will be able to have the absolute majority in the parliament. So we have seen last week the effect of the, you know, of this risk. The stock market went down 23%, the biggest drop since 1987. But I think, all in all, we still have some way to be able to manage this risk.
I'll leave the subject of Greece perhaps until maybe a later time, so that we get you back and talk about it as we always do. But is there, I mean, what would really help a lot of these countries in the Eurozone, I think I sort of know the answer to this question, is to have a free-floating currency, which could be awarded to them, couldn't it? I mean, it could happen, but that's never going to happen, presumably, is it?
Well, if you look at the program of Syriza, I mean, it's a quite extreme program. It's not as extreme as in 2012, but still pretty extreme. And I read it, and I don't think they want to exit the Eurozone. I think Mr. Samaras is showing, you know, is showing the prospect of a potential Grexit, probably to scare some electors, some voters in Greece, but I don't think, even with Syriza, a lot of very negative things for the market will happen if Syriza have the majority, but I don't think they will exit the Eurozone.
Yannick, plenty of work for you this afternoon. You hang on for a second, but thank you for the moment.